Hello everybody, Christopher Beast here, and in today's video, we're going to get into a little bit of science, I feel like Bill Nye when I wrote the script. We're going to talk about whether or not our Outlander could actually survive on the diet that he's, eating. But I found out very quickly, yeah, he could survive. So this is more of a question of what life would be like, how are the foods that he's eating nutrition-wise, and really what is he eating. So starting off, we know our Outlander eats rats. I know, it's gross, but what do you think those rat traps are for? I mean, I've heard a couple people defend it by being like, no, he just cuts open the rat's stomach and pulls out the juicy insides of like half, I don't know, not decayed, it'd be half decomposed, well, half digested, there we go. Half digested peaches or stuff. Nah, chief, you eating rats. So let's talk about the nutritional facts of rat. Rat is not the worst thing you can eat in the world. One 300-gram rat contains 648 calories, 63 grams of protein, and 33 grams of fat. It's definitely not healthy, but it's something you can eat. Like, it's not dangerous to, well, it is dangerous to eat because of, we all know that rats are carriers of diseases, but it's not like you're just eating nothing. Like, it actually has nutritional value. Rats, however, can be noted to be an extremely good source of iron. So if our Outlander's having an iron deficiency, he can just pop one or two of those rats straight out of the trap, put them on a sandwich, and boom, he's golden. Next thing we gotta talk about is those berries. I quickly did some research and found out that most likely the berries are lingonberries. I will provide an image on screen that supports my conclusion. Lingonberries produce a lot of antioxidants. Antioxidants are used to fight radiation poison. So eat your berries, kids, or else you're going to die because you are in a very highly radioactive area. The next thing I wondered was pumpkins. In your pumpkin patches in the shelter, you grow pumpkins. Pumpkins are pretty good for you. They have 30 calories, very little amounts of fat. In one cup this is 30 calories, very little amounts of fat, and a good source of potassium. I mean, pumpkin is a pretty normal thing for people to eat, so eat it, my boy. The next thing is cat food. A lot of people have said that the Outlander eats cat food because you can see cat food around the shelter. The cat food is extremely bad for you, so I hope our Outlander ain't eating it. It is very high in bad fats that humans flat out can't digest, and it could poison you if you eat too much of it. A taste of your cat food every now and then there's nothing wrong with that, but consuming it on a daily basis can be toxic to you, so don't do it. Finally, moving on to our last piece, we have the airdrop. So a lot of the food that I've been mentioning, there is one I've left out. I'm sure someone's going to point it out, but I want to talk about that one at the end of the video. But all of the things that we're eating are not from the airdrop. These are the things that if you're a player who never gets airdrops, this is your Outlander's diet. Fucking cat food, pumpkin, lingonberries, and rats. Yum. Let's dig in, boys. But if you actually get airdrops, the airdrop shows what's in the food section of the airdrop. We have biscuits, pretty good. Corn nuts, which sounds like a health bar. If I were to take a guess, like a Cliff Bar. That's what it sounds like to me. Soda, canned peaches, sardines, water. It may be alcohol because it's in a flask. I'm going to guess water because I've never heard of a supply drop including alcohol. It could. I could be wrong. And then canned meat. All of these things are good. Like, when I was originally making this video and I hit the cat food and the pumpkin, really you don't have any, you have some decent sources of protein and you could theoretically survive, but life would be pain because all the food is horrible. It's not really too good for you, and it would be a drastic downgrade from the amount of food that normal people eat in our time, like in real life. It'd be a drastic downgrade, and you're doing a lot more, which means you need a lot more energy, so it just doesn't sound like a very good, thing for you. But then I heard what's in the airdrop, and all my fears are gone. Canned meat and sardines would be enough protein to keep you alive. All the others would provide you enough carbohydrates and other vitamins to just, keep you alive. So make sure you boys are grabbing them airdrops, even though they're absolutely horrible, and the white airdrops is pretty much just a waste of time for the high-level players. You don't want your boy eating rats, all right? Let him have his biscuit every now and then, all right? The final thing I want to talk about in this video is the last thing that our Outlander does eat is fish. I left this for last because I can't figure out what type of fish it is. I am not a aquatic very versed person. I spent a lot of time staring at the fish on the drying rack. I have no conclusions on what type of fish it is, and every fish has drastically different health benefits for you. Fish are good for you, so that will be my conclusion with that. That if our Outlander grabs a lot of fish off those drying racks, he'll be okay and he won't have to eat as much cat food. But I mean, it's still fish. It's not. Fish isn't as good of as a piece of nutrition for you as meat is and as vegetables are, which, speaking of which, we're noticing a sheer lack of green vegetables. Well, we have canned meat, so that's good for you. But really, you're even with the airdrop and with fish and with all this stuff, your Outlander isn't eating great. He's eating mediocre at best, but that's kind of what you expect in a post-apocalyptic apocalypse. Nobody's eating, a 5-course meal every night. But keep in mind that your boy, he ain't living the high life when it comes to food. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little weird. I know. I talked about eating rats and how it isn't really bad for you, and even though it is because they carry diseases. But I hope you enjoyed. It took me a little bit to do the research for this. I'm not a food expert per se, but I thought the science behind certain of these foods, cat food in particular, being dangerous for you, not something I knew. I thought it was interesting, and I thought I would present my findings to the class. I'll see you all next time.